Oh, hello! It is great to see you guys this Monday afternoon. What's up? I'm Courtney, Cason, and welcome into Makeup Monday. I have to tell you, we are running on a skeleton crew right now. It's me and my BFF slash bestie beauty, Sean, behind the camera. So, yeah, you want to say hey girl, hey?
Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey. So great news. If you have a question, I'll try to get to it. I am actually going to be your social host this hour as well, which I'm really excited about. So if you want to follow along on QVC's Facebook page, that's where we are live streaming right now. And hopefully that's where I'll be able to answer your question, because our theme for this Makeup Monday is all about the color pink. I actually had on a green shirt today, but I was like, I should wear something pink. I forgot today is all about the pink. And really great thing about the shade pink, I actually just left a trend presentation, and it's funny because there's so many different variations of pink that we're seeing in fashion, we're seeing in makeup, and it can be as bold as super neon, it can be as light and pastel-y as this H by Halston top, so there's room for everybody to play, but specifically in the world of beauty, I feel like we're seeing it as a more feminine shade than ever, and what's nice about everything that we pulled here, it has a pink undertone, so you can just kind of grab and look around, and basically we're just gonna bedazzle my face pink. So let me go on to the Facebook. See, this is us right here, right now. And so, ooh, I have to turn the volume down. That's what I sound like. By the way, there's nothing worse in life than hearing your own voice yourself.
There's probably a delay too.
Oh, and there's probably a delay. Yeah. So if you have a question, I will try to answer it, and I don't have my glasses with me, so like fully expect this kind of moment. But I will say, if you have any extra prayers in the old scheme of things, one of our fellow CCs, her dog needs prayers today. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they will get a great bill of health, and then we can all rejoin you back for another Makeup Monday. But I want to say hi to Cynthia, Roberta, Missy, Jessica, Melissa, Kathy. Hi. All right, so let's get started. I think I'm gonna go for a little foundation first. Now, last week I showed you, sorry, let me jump the gun a little bit. I showed you the Rose Cleansing Balm from Elemis, and I'm gonna just say rosé because it's that good. This is their world famous cleansing balm. It's so nice because you can choose to cleanse with just this. It's a really rich balm. You put it all over your face, you can add water, and so that starts a dual phase cleanse where it turns into milk. It's super hydrating, it removes everything. This smells, this has essential oil of roses in there, and so you open the jar and you're like, hello, first day of spring all over again, and yet you cleanse your face and you have the most beautiful luster left there. And so I would say if you haven't checked this out, this is a really great cleanser and really nice coming out of the winter when you feel like, okay, I need to retain some oils because I don't want my skin to dry out. So, hi Terry, hi Carol, hi Roxanne. Thanks for joining us on Makeup Monday. I'm going to start with our Naked Skin from Urban Decay. And a lot of times coming into spring, I feel like the idea of less is more is a great thing to go for when we're talking about foundation, because I think it will surprise you how little foundation you have to wear. However, if you are somebody that suffers from, say, breakouts, discoloration, you've got darkness, you've got a hint of melasma like I do, you start to say, okay, that's really sweet and all that you're saying to me, I need a little foundation, but truth of the matter is, girl needs some face. Girl needs some coverage. And so this can help afford you both because it's this really nice serum texture, and I'll show you here on my hand. This is shade 4.0. And what I like about this is it's really lightweight. Like if you were to close your eyes and take a look at this, it very, very much feels like a serum. And when you apply it to your skin, the nice thing about this is it comes with a brush, which I super love. It has really great movement on your complexion. And so what that means for you and I is you can touch up the areas that need a little more coverage, which for me is about everywhere. My shirt is pink, but so is my face. So I'd like to even that out. And so when you take a look at this, I'm just gonna kind of just touch up all around my chin and just kind of dab it in because it blends so well. Hi, Carol. Hi, Terry. All right, so I'm just working, just like it's so quiet, it almost doesn't feel like this is real.
Yeah, it is. It's very quiet.
I know, we are usually the crew that, like, you know how when you're at a restaurant, there's always that loud table? That's how Makeup Monday is every day here, like at QVC. And so not having Mike here, we had to go to the carpool line early, and then CC, it's like, me and Sean, we're here. It's quiet. I also think that if you are somebody that lives in a really high humidity climate, not having a heavy foundation is key, because the first thing that melts off is your face. So many times I feel like I've gone home to Georgia, it's been 100 degrees, 100% humidity, and I'll, as a courtesy, I'll be like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, check my makeup, touch up, whatever, and I'm like, what happened? It all melted off. When you have something that's really thin but packs a good bit of coverage like this does, I think you'll find that you won't have a case of the melt-aways, which is really nice, because that, as a Southern girl, is a struggle sometimes, and we don't love that.
How's the weather coming in today? I know it got warm today.
Okay, it's funny that you say that. Sean just asked me how the weather was. Is it just me, or did it all of a sudden get hot in the building?
Yeah, it's hot in this
Okay, it is really hot in the building. I am actually 90 years old internally. I love, in this building, I'll walk around all the time with a blanket. I'm naturally cold. And for the first day, I think all year, I was like, it's a little toasty today. A little hot. Maybe time to turn on the AC, which I'll regret it tomorrow because I'll be back to being cold. But I think it's 75 degrees outside, Sean.
Okay.
I know.
I've been outside today, but I know it warms up.
Me either. QVC is one of those places that if you ever have the chance to visit, there aren't a lot of windows, and so you could easily walk through the building and be completely unaware that there's a major thunderstorm outside, blizzard and or sunshine at any time of the day. It's so strange. It's almost like a casino, and sometimes I think because I'm so energized when I come to the building, I'm like, they must pump oxygen in here somewhere. All right, so I'm gonna move on to a little bit of concealer. This is called Boing from Benefit. This is their natural iridescent concealer, which has got a little bit of highlight into it. I really like this because I'm gonna use the same brush that I used from Urban Decay and just kind of pat around my under eyes. If you're somebody that, especially in the summer, doesn't want to commit to a lot of highlight because you're in natural light and sometimes that just looks strange, using just a tinge lighter of a concealer kind of helps bring that light to your complexion. And so what you can do is just kind of lightly blend in what looks like a shape of a triangle. And then if you want to take just a little bit under your cheekbones, just like that, you can reverse contour, so that gives you a little bit more of a pronounced jawline. Now, obviously, it's light here, it's light here. I'm gonna blend that with some bronzer and some blush coming up, so hang with me. Betty says it's 85 in Arkansas, brutal. Pamela, she said, I live in foundation, so no foundation here. Feel you on that. Lily, hi. I wanna say hello to Pamela as well. Thank you for joining us on Makeup Monday. It's good to have y'all here. Our theme of the day is pink. And if you like anything that you see in the show, you can always visit QVC.com and search Makeup Monday, or you can click on the link that is in the comment section below, and that'll take you to our landing page, which I think is super easy because you can click on it in Facebook, which is nice. All right, so a little reverse contour there, blend it right there.
So the page, Mary Ellen says it's 91 degrees in Southern Cal.
91 degrees, good gracious. Isn't it funny how, I mean, you guys have to hear it a lot from us here at QVC, but we just flat out complain about weather all the time. We're hot, then we're cold, we're hot, it's too humid, and now you're dealing with 91 degree temps in April? No thanks. Not about that. All right, so I'm gonna grab a little piece. That's blush. I wanna go for some bronzer. Okay, so $1,000,000 question how you say this. I used to call this Tartiste from Tarte, but you can also call it Tartiest. So you choose. I think it's a really cute palette. It is the Pro Glow and Blush. And what's nice is you get a full-size highlighter, you get a bronzer, and you get 4 different shades of blush, which I really appreciate because depending on what shade of pink you want to go for, what your outfit looks like, you don't have to buy 4 different pieces. You get all 6 of them here. You've got a great little 2-way mirror, which is really fun. And then, yeah, you can just kind of play around. So I'm going to start with bronzer with my Eve Pearl brush. This is one of my most favorite brushes that have ever been invented. One side bronzer, other side highlighter. Let us begin. All right. Oh, hey, Mike Salome. Mike Salome is watching. I wonder if he's watching from the carport line. Sean, on a scale of 1 to 10, is it, in terms of traffic and waiting to finally get Max from school, is it just terrible?
It's not bad, actually.
It's not? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
no, it's not bad.
We have a school by our house, and I feel so bad because obviously we live in Philly and like there's just not a lot of room. But parents look like they wait for 20 and 30 minutes sometimes to get their kids because it's a tiny little driveway. Oh, brutes. All right, so I'm just doing a little like 3 shape just around here. And for those of you, by the way, this is the great debate, trying to figure out how much bronzer. I just want to show you something. Because you wash your face, which means you're exfoliating your skin a lot more than, say, you are the rest of your body, you might start to notice that it's a little lighter here than you are here. And so if that happens to you, or you want to warm up your complexion, one of the greatest things that you can do is grab a fan brush like this, because then you can dab a little bit of bronzer and start to take it down your neck and blend it into your décolleté, your chest area that you see right there. That way you have a little bit more forgiveness and it's not like light, dark, dark, light. So I'm just gonna do that right here. Just kind of blend everything in. And with this Tarte bronzer, there's no shimmer and there's really no iridescence to it. So if you want to take, say, some foundation that's a little bit lighter on you right now, maybe you just went away and you're super tan and you're like, shoot, I still have like half a bottle of that foundation. This is very much a bronzer that you could take a bigger, fluffier powder brush, and if you wanted to warm up your complexion, you could do that as well. The foundation that I chose from Urban Decay is pretty spot on with what my complexion looks like, so I'm just doing a little contouring and just making my skin look a little more sun-kissed. So from here, I think I'm going to go for highlighter. So I'm going to take the other end of this Eve Pearl brush, and I always tap my highlighter just because while I do enjoy you being able to see my highlighter from space, I know it's kind of jarring in person if you're not into that. So I'll just tap, that way I don't apply too much at once. And I just take it right at an angle, just lightly, and I'll just go right around the eye area. Ooh, it's pretty. Just like that. Do the same thing on this side. Right there. Ooh, that is really nice. Sean, I know that you are not into highlighter, but this highlighter is all the feels.
Yes.
You know?
It's like it's very subtle what you're doing.
Yeah, it's subtle, looks natural, it's not overdone. It's not like when you'd see me out, you'd be like, that girl is going to a disco.
Can't contour.
Yeah, she can't contour. She don't know. All right, so last step, I'm going to take the blush, and I'm actually going to go for the softer color that you see right here. But all of these are very buildable, so you can mix and match them if you want to, and you can build, which is great. Oh my gosh, everybody's having a heat wave. So Cynthia's in North Carolina, Linnell is in Illinois. She loves the Benefit Concealer. Marsha's in Ohio. My gosh, we've got like gangs all here. All 50 states, we love that. All right, so I'm gonna just take a little bit of blush. And for my blush, a lot of times I either like an angled brush or a double cut brush. That helps me from over applying my blush, which is a problem for me because I like to put a lot on. And my girlfriend Mally and Laura Geller are like, you don't need that much. Just quit while you're ahead. But it's so hard. I feel like blush is one of those things that you discover as a young woman, and the minute you put it on, you're like, I feel so glamorous. I feel so much older, and now you have like blush and you're like, I can't stop. I can't quit it. So I'm just gonna do a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. And while I wanna put it on my forehead, I'm not going to. I don't know where I got in that habit, but I did.
Erica on the BIQ page says she absolutely loves Makeup Monday.
Yay! I'm so happy you love Makeup Monday, Erica. We love spending this time with you guys every Monday, and we love you guys being a part of it. So if you have any questions, I'm on the QVC page. Sean is on the Beauty IQ page as well. We'll be happy to answer your questions, but it's just him and I. It's just like our two best folks here while the other two are on holiday. And so we're very excited to be here. And our theme is pink, because it's a big story in fashion. It's a big story in makeup, because I think we're starting to move slightly away from the no makeup trend and start really getting into the very subtle feminine and alluring shades, and pink is really one of them. So we've had pink blush, we've had a pink undertone concealer. Of course, I started with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. Now I want to move into something that I haven't showed you yet, and I didn't get to use it. The only reason I didn't use this is because I'm going to use the Cherry palette, but this is the Cherry blush and highlighter combo. I want you to just look at this. It is legit. Let me see, where can I put this? So I don't know if you can kind of see all that. Here, let me go. That's the highlighter right there. Whoop. And then here's your blush, which is a nice center color. And it's a warming blush too, right in the center. I'm sorry, I'm putting this over foundation, so you might be like, that does not look good at all. Sorry about that. And then here's your opalescent highlighter. So I hope you can see it. I'm gonna just put a little bit of this just underneath my brows, just to kind of pop them, because it's really pretty. Woo, yes. And that's kind of got like a pinky, purpley, rosy undertone. I like that because it's a different way of getting that radiance into your complexion. It doesn't look harsh, but I feel like it's so much brighter, so therefore you just look more awake. I don't know about you, but hey, my husband's calling me. Hold on. Husband, I'm live streaming right now, so I can't talk. Do you want to say hi to everybody on Facebook?
Sure, hello.
Yeah, he's not into it. Hey, Aaron Graves, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Okay, so that is the intent.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really on Facebook right now, but you've called me like twice, so I'll have to call you back.
You called me, I was calling you back.
Okay, well, love you.
Love you.
Okay, bye. All right, so that's my husband, Aaron Graves. If I didn't pick up, he'd just keep calling. So best to nip that in the bud while you can. Okay, so where was I? Oh, yes, the highlighter here that's got the opalescence to it. Sometimes I really enjoy putting this on because while it looks very stark and very white, when you put it on your skin, it completely melts in, and I feel like it gives you a shade of brightness and radiance that doesn't look overdone, but also doesn't look like makeup. You just look well rested, which we could all use more of that. So that's the highlighter and blush palette. But now I'm going to move on to the Cherry palette, which is one of my all-time favorite palettes. Look at all that pink. It's like every shade, it's a lot of pink. It's like, what's your favorite color? Pink. How many variations of pink? Every single one of them. I mean, I don't think they left anything out. And I feel like when you take a look at this, if you are somebody that is loving the fact that there are so many festivals coming up, maybe they're already started going on, I feel like they kick off for the month of April. This is your palette for makeup, like for in terms of music festival, but also food festival, all of that. It's gonna look great with like your cute little eyelet trims that you're wearing. So I'm gonna start off with a shade called Bang Bang.
Ida loves this palette.
Oh, Ida, it is so good. I mean, this is just one of those palettes that you get at home and you're like, this is so weird. Every shade is working on me. Like, and you want to just turn around and be like, is anyone saying this? And it's just you, maybe your dog, maybe your cat, no one to witness it. But you're like, I've waited my whole life for colors that look this great. And so I think you'll have that experience with this. I'm going to start off with Bang Bang, which is kind of it's got like a softer iridescence. Like to me, this is a desert pink. It's got a little bit of a gold undertone to it, which I really like, but it's still really feminine. I'm gonna put this on my lids, right there. And it's got such good pigment payoff. A lot of times you have to dip your brush 2 and 3 times just to get the level of intensity that you want, or even just barely showing it. But this one you just have to dab a few times and really just go for it. I'm gonna go for this other shade. It's called Ambitious. This is really pretty because it's almost like a variation of if you combined copper and rose gold, which are 2 really big colorways for spring and summer. And so I'm actually gonna put this in the crease, but also the corner of my eye as well.
That palette is huge. Would you like put that in your purse? Like,
Of course I would put it in my purse,
Okay.
Sean. Do you know me at all? I would buy a purse so that I could fit this in here.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's not fair. I know you've never put a palette in your man backpack. But what I will say is if you are somebody, I feel like in the summer, you know how so many times you're like, oh great, like I'm going to work, like you've got a super social lunch, but then you're like, we should go to dinner. This is the palette that you can carry in your handbag. It's really thin. It's probably about 8 or 9 inches in length, but even in the cutest little clutch or just pocket of your tote bag, you can throw this in. There's a double-ended brush included. So if you want to just touch it up before you go out to dinner, you can definitely build on this. And you'll notice that these shadows have a really nice staying power to them. So when you go to build, you'll just be intensifying your look. You won't be doing it completely over. All right, last but not least, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of this color called Young Love underneath my eye. Just a little soft, little plummy pink, little rose gold hint there. Love that. Pop in here. Oh no, my Facebook froze. If you were asking me a question, I'm sorry. My phone is old. Okay, here we go. All right, a lot of you loving the Cherry Reloaded palette. I don't blame you. It's really good. I'm gonna just take a Doris Dalton brush and just dip it in here and just kind of play around with it. Ooh, it's gonna look really good when I put some mascara on. All right. So it's gonna be pretty outside. I've heard rumblings that it's 75 degrees, so I wanted to go for a run. What's really depressing about makeup is when I go for a run, I'm like, wow, that was a waste of really great makeup. You know, like while I'm doing a heart-healthy activity, I'm like, wow, it's not really doing anything for the makeup I just did. So feels like a waste. Feels like I shouldn't. But I will. I will prevail. It's nice outside, and we should. All right, so next step.
That could be another theme. What makeup you would wear during jogging or exercise.
Oh, I know. Gosh, if you wear makeup that you like are really proud about, that you have like a foundation or a CC cream that you wear working out, because some of us just feel more confident, please feel free to write it in the Facebook. I would love to know that. Because sometimes I'm like, man, I need something. Scaring the fish in the lobby in the gym. All right, so roller liner from Benefit. It's got a really nice pointed tip that you can see right here. So if you want to do something that's very natural, you've got the ability to do that. Or if you want to do something really bold, this is a really helpful pencil. It's actually not a pencil, sorry, it's felt on the end. I always shake mine before I use it. I don't know if that helps or not, but I think it just gives me better peace of mind. Because it's so saturated, I always just feel like with this liner specifically, I've just never run out of it. I don't know. Works really well. I'm gonna do something really natural just so the pink shows through more. So I'm just gonna tight line my lashes. And the easiest way to tight line with a liquid liner like this is I'll just press it into my lash line, just like so. Just like that. And if you go a little thicker someplace or you need to thin it out, the good news is you can take a smaller brush like what you saw from Doris Dalton and blend it out, or you can just put a darker color of shadow over it. That's one reason 911 you shouldn't be scared of liquid liner. So I'm gonna just do a little soft wing. Just open up my eye, just right there. Just like that, it's really easy. Still, it's not the focus. Pink is the focus with the shadow, but I like doing a little wing at the end because especially if you have sparse lashes, which I do towards the end, it kind of fills in the look of a false lash, which is much appreciated. Sean, I think they finally turned on the air conditioning. I can feel it as well, and it is glorious. All right, so just a little wing, just right there. Super easy. All right, and if you're wondering why, if it looks like this line is thinner, I always do my liner thinner on my right eye because this eye is bigger than my left eye. So I'm trying to just even things out. Be the proportion that I know that I can be. All right, so mascara is next, which I will, roller lash, this is a good one. All right, so here's another mascara from Benefit. I've been really obsessed with their mascara. I feel like in a world of where it's really competitive with mascara and every single one of them does crazy things, I really love the formula. I love that this has a curved wand to it, because to me, when you find a mascara wand that's got some curve to it, I think it's really easier to kind of get into where the lash starts so that you don't have that gray strip from where you have like mascara coated lashes versus untouched lashes. So I'm gonna just take this right into my lash line. And I actually have just a little bit of Yes They're Real on already. And I think with this wand, what's nice about it is I can feel it combing through my lashes, but not dragging. And one of the things that I've noticed about my makeup routine lately is when it comes to the one coat versus two, I will just start to pile on mascara one by one by one by one, just stroke after stroke after stroke. And to me, when they look super feathery and super long, like you're seeing right here, that's one coat for me. It's not like, swoop, one coat and it's done. It's like build and build and build and build off one swipe of mascara, and that's one coat. But you may be different. I just like to really make sure I've coated all my lashes, top and bottom. And that way it really opens up your eyes.
Betty on the QVC page says, I have worked in heat with the Mally primer, and my husband said that I look exhausted, but your makeup is still amazing.
You know what? That's the goal. That's the goal. Makeup still intact, spirit not so much. We all have those days at work where you're like, man, I feel completely and utterly defeated today. I had one of those. I was telling Sean, I think I zigzagged the building today 14 times. Not one place that I needed to be was close to the next place. My computer gave me that terrible error message and like, you can't do anything until you clear out space. That's just an hour of my life I won't get back today. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. All right, I'm gonna do the bottom lashes. I don't generally re-dip for the bottom lashes because I have such watery eyes. I just want a super light coating of mascara. But I love people that do like thicker coats on the lashes because I think that looks really good. I just can't be trusted because you could tell a funny joke and I will burst out crying. It just happens. My eyes water like crazy. All right, so I'm gonna put on a little more bronzer. I feel like I could use a scotch more.
You sure? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Wait, do you think it's too much bronzer?
No, you were saying about your bronzer.
Oh, blush.
Oh,
Blush,
that's
I
okay.
can lose my privileges really quickly. But thank you for looking out though, Sean.
Yeah.
That's what beauty besties do. like, are you sure you want to take it from 0 to 60? Yes.
I got my blushes and bronzers mixed up. I apologize.
Easy to do. Easy to do. All right, so lots of pink going on here, which we love. And I feel like with this pink, I feel like it just maybe, like, especially if you're somebody that has brown eyes, you have green eyes, it just makes the whites of your eyes look a little whiter, and then you get that little glisten, that little twinkle back. Like this twinkle doesn't normally happen for me with regular eyeshadow, but I think pink makes all the difference in the world. All right, so last step, I think I'm gonna go for a lipstick and a lip pencil. So these are the 24/7 lip liner pencils from Urban Decay. These are really nice because I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say this. I am somebody that will pick a shade of lipstick for the shade. I'm don't care if it's the most unhydrating formulation that's ever walked planet Earth. I'm like, ooh, that's raspberry, perfect. I need it on my lips. I like picking out lip liners sometimes in crazy fun colors because I can just throw on like a je ne sais quoi from It Cosmetics or like a Sarah Happ lip balm and make that my moisturizing component without compromising on color. So I'm gonna see what it's gonna be like to do a variation of these three pinks and like an ombre kind of moment. So I think I'm gonna start, let's see what they look like. So that's one.
Cynthia wants to know what shade of Urban Decay foundation you use.
Cynthia, I am shade 4.0 in the Urban Decay, which is about a medium. That's normally what I am. Like the highest I've ever been, I think, is 4.5. It's a little confusing because they number their foundations. But if you want to click on the link that's in our post, that'll take you to Makeup Monday, or you can search Makeup Monday on QVC.com. They have a shade chart, and like underneath it, I'm pretty positive it'll tell you if it's like a medium warm undertone or a medium cool and something like that. So that should help you pick out your shade. And this is my favorite part about working at QVC, only because I have taken full advantage of this myself as a customer. If for any reason you get the wrong shade foundation, happens to us all, we have free exchanges, which is great. Even if you've used it, say you tried out for a couple days and you're like, this is way too dark, this is way light, send it back within 30 days and we'll get you the right shade. I love that. I wish they would do that with paint. You know how something seems like a good idea in the store, and then you get it home and you're like, this is all kinds of the wrong shade. Wrong
That's why I
shade.
should get those samples.
I know. And do this and do the sample, patch, like the testing.
Yep.
Painting is the worst though.
Sometimes you just don't want to.
Sometimes you don't.
Jump in.
Yeah, you just want to paint a room. Actually, one time, Aaron Graves and I, and he has never let me live this down, I wanted to, in our old house, Sean, which you've been to, wanted to paint our kitchen a Mediterranean orange. I just wanted to go for like an island vibe, and trust me when I tell you, it was not Mediterranean orange. It was like, you've been sick on your wall orange. And it was, and I did it when I was working in the overnights. I was like, he's gonna be so proud. He's gonna come home and see this gorgeous shade. And once it dried, I was like, oh, that was a bad choice. Real bad choice.
Like a pale orange.
It was almost like a pale neon orange with like a yellow undertone. It did not look good with the lighting of our house. Yeah, it was really bad. Really, really bad. But you know what? That's why we love paint and we love makeup. It's fixable. All right, so I'm gonna take this medium shade and just outline my lips. And if you wanna overdraw, you can. I'm a fan of if you're gonna overdraw, don't overdraw with lipstick. Overdraw with a liner, because it will stay in place much longer. All right, so there's that first shade. Then I'm gonna take this darker iridescent neon pink, and I'm just gonna start kind of coloring in and blending in, just right here. Just kind of following the lines. So I'm gonna do the corners right here and right here. So there's a little open space for the lighter pink. And if you want a lip liner, you can still blend. There's always playtime. It's not like eyeliner. So I'm just gonna kind of fill this in underneath the first line, all the way to the corner. These are the kinds of crazy things that QVC stylists will do to us before we go on air. And then you'll ask like, oh my gosh, what's your lip color? And you're like, don't know, never going to be recreated again. Much like this lip. So I'm gonna take the lighter one that's kind of like this Barbie pink and just put it right at the top, just like so. And it's okay if it's not perfect, because we're gonna make it perfect. Just gonna go from light to dark. So blot. And blend it in. I go just a little bit darker here. And because it's lip liner, you have a little play, but you've got a whole ombre lip moment going on right here, which is really refreshing. It's not a flat color, and it's kind of cool because I'm just gonna do the corners just a little bit darker. With lip liner, there's more give than you would have with, say, a traditional lipstick or lip gloss. And so when you see this, the nice thing is you can kind of blot your lips, you can make it darker, you can add more, you can take away, and it just kind of works, and it becomes your own custom color. So I used three shades of pink. One was a little more neon, one was a little bit lighter, and one was more in the nude category. But as you can see, it kind of tied everything in together, freshened the place up, and goes with my pink shirt, my pink earrings, and my pink eyeshadow. So a lot of pink today. And if you're just joining us, one of the things that we want to do with Makeup Monday every week is not only give you the trends in makeup, but show you the products that we are using to help you get those Instagram-worthy looks. And so today, our theme was all pink. we started off with recommending this brand new Rose Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm from Elemis. It's got rose essential oil, and trust me when I tell you, it is one of the most intoxicating scents that a cleanser has. Who knew you could love the fragrance of your cleanser? It's really emollient, and so if you're somebody that's coming out of very dry winter skin and you want to make sure that you keep the good oils on your complexion while taking away the ones that you don't, great place to start. I actually used the Naked Skin from Urban Decay. I'm in shade 4.0, which is about a true medium. I will be self-tanning tonight, so then I will go up to 4.5. But this is a serum-based foundation, so especially as it's starting to get really warm outside, you want to make sure you're not wearing a heavy complexion. Still great coverage and buildable. Shades are on QVC.com. From there, we used the Tartiste or Tartiest Glow Pro Glow and Blush palette. You get a highlighter, you get a bronzer, and you get 4 different pink hued blushes. So depending on what you're wearing, where you're going, you can mix and match or have 4 full-size blushes to play with all throughout the year. Then I showed you the Opulescence from this Cherry Highlight and Blush palette from Urban Decay. This is a really nice palette because it's got pink and purple undertones in the opal highlighter. So that just kind of brightens everything up so that you look a little more well-rested. Then, best palette of all time. I mean, truly, you knew it had to be because it's from Urban Decay's Naked palette collection. But the Cherry Hue, I have not met a single girl, a single beauty that didn't absolutely love all 12 of these colors. Be like, was this made for me? I'm so confused. Waited my whole life for something like this. Really great, worth stocking up on because y'all know they retire these things and then you're like, don't cry for me, Argentina. You know, Ava Perón style. It's how attached I get to makeup. Then we went on to use, by the way, the Boing concealer from Benefit. Just kind of brightened everything up without having to do a ton of highlighter. I used the roller liner from Benefit as well as the roller lash. So really kind of great way to maximize your lashes and your lash line. Last but not least, 3 liners, a custom ombre look, and yet it's got all day staying power without having to reapply, and I'll get to use my favorite treatment lip balm to go over it. So I think that's a win for everybody. Gosh, I love pink. Pink is my favorite color, and now I'm so glad it's having this huge resurgence in makeup. If you want to shop the show or you see anything that you like, just head on over to QVC.com. You can search Makeup Monday or click in the link, which is in our post. It'll take you to everything that we used in today's show. That is going to wrap it up for us, but I will see you back next Monday at 4 p.m. Bye, beauties.